Welcome to Let's Talk About It. Here we go! Oh! Oh no! Oh my god! No way! Oh! It's Sabretooth! Oh, look at these fights! Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to another episode of Let's Talk About, where we talk about everything going on in the movie, TV, and video game world. I am your host, and we talk about topics I go out and find. I go research these topics to go talk to them about you guys, and I come back here and tell them about them and give you my thoughts on them. So, with that all out of the way, let's get the show started. And we'll be starting with this. Eternals. A movie that I actually think is an okay Marvel movie. I think, it wasn't the best Marvel movie, my opinion. I only went back to see it once, but I still think it had some cool things with it. I think it had a terrific cast, I actually, enjoyed, some of the performances in there. And we've all been wondering, is Eternals 2 going to happen? Well, according to Kit Harington, Eternals 2 is now dead. According to him. According to Variety, Kit Harington quips, "I'm not going to pretend I took MCU role in Eternals because it was different and interesting. If Marvel calls, you gotta do it." Now, of course, that's not the title like we're talking about. That doesn't say it's canceled. Man, it's not canceled. Well, if you look more down into the article, Kit Harington basically talks about, he hasn't been told anything. They said, they haven't told him, "Oh, hey, come back." They haven't told him, "Hey, we're going to have to shoot, we got Chloe sound off." No, there's nothing going on with Eternals. And we did hear a couple months ago, Bob Iger say that they were cutting back projects that they felt were not needed. And we assumed one of those was Eternals. It's also being considered now that Blade is one of those things he cut. But, I don't think, and personally, I don't think the Eternals are coming back. Now, you could say that they could come back because in the new Captain America trailer, we did have I think it was Tiamut, a celestial going out of the ocean. That's the whole thing. There's a whole conflict in the world right now with this big creature in I think it's the Atlantic Ocean. I think it's what it is. I don't remember what ocean it is, but it's possible Eternals could come back, but I do not think the Eternals are going to be coming back for a movie. I think you can maybe see the Eternals, maybe some of them pop up in Avengers, but I do not see another one going well since, the movie was kind of a flop for Marvel, only made about 400 million plus the box office, didn't even make $500 million, and it was at a time when Marvel was having the hit or misses in their movies. So no, I don't think Eternals will come back. I would love to see the Eternals again. I'd love to see, Athena come back, played by, oh my gosh, Angelina Jolie. I'd love to see Druid come back, played by Betty Cohegan, who's gone on to be a really big actor nowadays. And, I'd love to see, maybe, Icarus come back, played by Richard Madden. Even though he was a bad guy, I still love seeing Richard Madden in the Marvel Universe. And also maybe Kit Harington comes back, who knows. But what are your thoughts? Would you guys want to see another Eternals movie? Leave comments down below, and let's move on to our next topic here. Now, we just had D23 roll around. D23 rolled around, and, one of the things they did this year for D23 is they told people, you can film the stuff going on here. And, stuff got leaked. A lot of stuff, that was the Daredevil stuff, that we're not going to be covering that Daredevil stuff because, that's the stuff, I feel like, already a lot of you know about. A lot of you know about the Daredevil leak trailer. That was recent. Well, a lot more Marvel stuff got leaked than I thought. According to the comicbookmovie.com, Thunderbolts Comic-Con trailer breakdown. Everything revealed in the leaked teaser, including this entry. Now, I watched this teaser for Thunderbolts because, I'm going to tell you guys, out of the 3 movies for Marvel coming out in 2025, that's Cap 4, Thunderbolts, and Fantastic Four. Thunderbolts is my most anticipated movie out of all those. Only because the characters in there, I absolutely love these characters. I'm someone who really, really loves that Black Widow movie. I went back to go watch that Black Widow movie 3 times. I enjoyed it so much. I even saw the movie for my birthday. And when they had the Disney Plus thing, where you could buy the movie for $30 on Disney Plus, I did that because I love the movie. That movie I think is a really fun time. I think it's a bit hate on. It's really like, oh, it's in that bad Iron Marvel. Like, I don't think that was necessarily a bad movie. I thought that was a pretty good movie. Going to watch. It was at a time when COVID was still very prevalent, and it made a lot more money than people expected it would. And the best thing about that movie, in my opinion, was Yelena and Red Guardian. And one of the things I love about the trailer they showed is that Red Guardian steals the trailer. With if that's the beginning of him. Like, we're going to go a bit spoilers here, we're going to put up spoilers. If you don't want to know what happens in the teaser trailer, go away, or skip ahead to another topic. So basically, the trailer starts off with Yelena going to go visit Red Guardian. Red Guardian's like kind of living on his own, in a quiet little apartment, so he's not with Melina, played by Rachel Weisz. He's kind of on his own, and it's kind of about Yelena. Goes to him, it's like, hey, he's asking, do you feel fulfilled with your life? And it's really Yelena trying to find her purpose. Like, is she just an assassin, or could she be something more? And so we also see, U.S. Agent. U.S. Agent is in there, played by Wyatt Russell, and in the trailer we see like a worn down Wyatt Russell. It's kind of like he's been the U.S. Agent probably for like a year or a couple of months now, and like we see all the stuff that happened to him has really been taking, a toll on him. He's kind of doesn't know what to do with his life, so he's kind of like a hired contractor. These are all like hired contract killers. You got characters like Elena Belova, Winter Soldier, U.S. Agent, Ghost, Taskmaster. So then, Yelena decided to go on this job, break into this facility. She goes in, that's where she meets U.S. Agent. They have a little fight, and then, Ghost shows up in a new suit, which is really awesome, and then Taskmaster shows up. And then it all goes on lockdown, and they've all been realized that they have been assigned to all go on the same mission. So they've all been set up. And so now these people who you never think would get together have to come together to find out why they were all summoned. And also, we get some looks at the Sentry as well. And, we have, it's a very, very good teaser. It got me a lot more excited for the film. And then at the end, there's this funny moment where Red Guardian is they're driving like this, kind of like in Deadpool, this like Honda Odyssey. And you see Red Guardian in the car. He's like, this is the team that can get on the Wheatie box with the little toy in the bottom. I laughed my ass off at that joke because it's hilarious. And honestly, I think David Harbour's going to be the best thing about this movie. I love Yelena Belova. The two characters I'm excited to see, Yelena and Red Guardian. And, there was some stuff I liked about Yelena. I really liked that Yelena, still trying to honor her sister, having the blonde hair, kind of, how she's kind of trying to take up the mantle of Black Widow. I think that's what they're kind of building towards. And then Red Guardian, I think they need to use this character a lot more, because Red Guardian is one of the funniest and one of the saddest characters, I think, in the MCU. He's someone who just wants to be acknowledged that he's a hero, really. But, his sadness makes him so funny. And I'm really excited for the film. I think this still is my most anticipated film, I think, of 2025. And, I'm going to do, when we get closer to the end of the year, I'm going to do a most anticipated 2025 films. I'm going to say Thunderbolts right now is my number one for 2025. And, people are like, oh, wait, you're not Superman, not Fantastic Four. No, Thunderbolts. I'm excited for Superman. But Thunderbolts, I'm excited on a whole different level because I love the characters they've chosen. And I'm really excited, we're getting these characters we haven't seen in a while get kind of center stage. And I think the costumes, some of them look, I really kind of like the Red Guardian from Black Widow suit a lot better than the one they chose here. But I still think this looks like a very, very good movie. But what do you guys think? If you watched that Thunderbolts leaked trailer, what did you think about it? And are you excited for Thunderbolts? Alright, now let's move on to our next topic. And that is this. Ironheart. A show that I have not been excited for. I'm just going to say, not really, really excited for. I thought she was a bit underwhelming in the Black Panther 2 movie. Didn't really like her. Okay, I thought she was okay in the movie. Her suit was pretty cool, though, but underwhelming. So then when they announced a TV show for her, I'm like, okay. But the cast is going to be interesting because you got Anthony Ramos in there. And you guys know me, I'm a Transformers guy. I love Transformers. I love anyone who's going to appear in a Transformers movie. And Anthony Ramos was in there, and he was just in the mega blockbuster Twisters. So he's on top of the world right now. And now we're getting him playing the Hood, which is such a fascinating character. I was introduced to this character of the Hood through, I believe, the Secret Invasion comic book, where he had a very, very prevalent role in that comic series. And, I was wondering, okay, Ironheart's more of a tech hero. Why is there supernatural elements? Because the Hood at heart is a supernatural character. That's what he is. He is supernatural. And, of course, the trailer did leak as well as the Thunderbolts trailer. I watched the trailer. It was very underwhelming. Very underwhelming. Uh, it felt more like a Disney Channel show, in my opinion, than a MCU project. The thing I say about this is, nothing against Riri Williams. I just have not really ever been really a fan of the character, even in the comics. And it baffles me why we're getting this series. But the Hood is a very interesting character, so I'm giving the show a chance. But the teaser, is just oh, she's at MIT. Oh, she gets expelled because her experiments are too dangerous. And then she meets the Hood, and she kind of becomes a criminal, I guess. And she makes her own Iron Man suit, and she's still a criminal. And she's like, oh, you have to discover that you got to be good against evil. I'm like, okay, it just, I watched it, and it made me actually less interested in the show. I don't know why we're still getting this. I think Riri Williams could be a really good character, but I do not think she's a character you need to make your own show for. I think Riri Williams, should be one of those characters like Falcon, like Winter Soldier, what else? Like Black Widow in the Captain America movies, kind of a side character, you like having Ironheart in Black Panther as a side character is great. I didn't really want to learn any more about the character because I'm like, okay, they set her up, cool if she appears again, that'd be cool. I think the thing about Marvel is they're trying to get this Young Avengers, assembled. I'm like, no one really wants Young Avengers right now. I feel like at times we're still a bit too early into the Young Avengers story to introduce characters like this. Of course, I love Wiccan. Wiccan is one of my favorite Young Avengers characters. Especially from that Scarlet Witch angle. Reading the Avengers: The Children Crusade, one of my favorite comics. I've read in the last 2 years. If you have not read Avengers: Children Crusade, it is awesome. It's got Doctor Doom in there, Scarlet Witch. Magneto, it's a crossover really between X-Men, Avengers, it's a really, really cool comic, and it's a very, very heartwarming comic as well. I definitely recommend it, and I'd love to see that on the big screen one day. But Ironheart, I've never been interested in the character. I'm interested in the character of Iron Lad, played by a variant of Kang, who's he is a variant of Kang. He's like a younger version of Kang before he became the Conqueror, who is, I believe it's like Nathaniel something, I can't remember. But this Ironheart series, the CGI looks iffy. The only reason I'm excited to watch this series is because of Anthony Ramos' The Hood character. So overall, I'm not very excited for this Ironheart series. I'm gonna watch the series. I'm gonna watch it, but it's not something I'm waiting until it drops to watch it. And I don't know. It might be a mistake when it comes, or it might be one of the best things Marvel does. Who knows? We haven't seen the full teaser yet, or even the show. But what do you guys think? Are you excited for Ironheart? Leave your comments down below, and let's move on to our final topic here. Oh, Nelly. Oh, Nelly. Deadpool Wolverine. Deadpool and Wolverine. The box office juggernaut will not stop. It will not stop. A movie, people said, even when Hugh Jackman was announced, that no way this movie makes $1 billion. Well, let's prove the haters wrong. Deadpool and Wolverine has made $1 billion, according to the deadline. Deadpool and Wolverine struts past 1 billion global box office, soon to become biggest R-rated movie ever worldwide. Where are your haters now? Where are the haters now? Deadpool and Wolverine, $1 billion. The first ever $1 billion X-Men film. And I cannot be more happy. This movie is something else. I've already seen it 4 times. I love the movie. It's 4 times is the most I've ever seen a movie in my life. I've never gone back to see a movie 4 times. I've seen this movie 4 times. I absolutely love it. Not just because the cameos. I just love the story it told. I love the story of this broken down Wolverine and then this Deadpool trying to get back together with the woman he loves. At heart, Deadpool and Wolverine, like I said, will always love stories. And I'm so glad people have gone to see this. And I've seen the comments online. Oh, it's just a fun time in the movie. It doesn't really add to cinema, I'm like, this movie, not every movie has to be breaking barriers in cinema, Deadpool and Wolverine not going to be nominated for an Oscar. But that's not why we're going to go watch it. We're watching it because it's a fun time. It's been a long time. Some Marvel movie has been a fun time in the theaters. The last Marvel movie I had fun with was Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, which I saw 3 times in theaters. I absolutely love Guardians of the Galaxy. But we've had hit or miss TV shows. We've had hit and miss movies. And, this was kind of, the first time we had the 20th Century Fox acquisition of X-Men and Fantastic Four merge into a film. And Marvel did a great job handling it. They kept it rated R, and now it's $1 billion film. Now, how high can this get? I believe this movie could get close to $2 billion. I'd love for me to be proven wrong for it to get to $2 billion. Like I said before, I think it could get to $2 billion. I think it's going to get maybe to 1.7, 1.8. Because we do have some big movies coming out. We have Alien Romulus coming out tomorrow. I think even today it comes out. I'm seeing it tomorrow. But then we also have Beetlejuice, which that's probably going to be a box office juggernaut in itself because it's Beetlejuice and everyone loves. It's a film that everyone loves. Loves. I first haven't seen it yet. I'm going to be watching it probably this week or next week. But Deadpool and Wolverine making $1 billion, and the one thing about the movie I've loved is that it has brought so much attention to Channing Tatum's Gambit. I know a lot of people are saying like, oh, I didn't like that cameo. Oh, it was just a fun cameo. I'm like, Channing Tatum, in his interviews this week, because he's promoting his new film that he's in, that his fiance Zoe Kravitz directed, him saying, he's been wanting to play his character ever since he was a kid. Like, he was from Cars when he was 3 years old. He is from Louisiana. That's where he's from. And, him getting to finally play his character, like, bring tears to my heart. Now, that doesn't mean I think he should get his own movie. I'd love to see Channing Tatum maybe pop up in Secret Wars or another Avengers movie with a multiversal aspect. But I think it was so cool to see how heartwarming and how emotional he's gotten. He's got a chance to finally play Gambit. So, guys, what do you think? Deadpool and Wolverine has crossed the $1 billion mark. How high can it get? Leave your comments down below. And guys, make sure you go check out my other stuff on the channel. Go check out the Instagram. We're putting up some reels up there right now of trailer reactions and breakdowns. And thank you so much for watching this video. Leave a comment down below. Subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you next time. Peace.